grab you!
Ice wall, put up!
On to starboard, turn it!
Keep her even! Keep her even! We're taking water!
Back the reach!
Turn back, Captain! We've got to turn back!
No stay the course, jackets, keep us heading north!
Overboard! Man! Overboard!
Where is he?
He's on an ice
Get the
wall!
line out, Joe! Keep her steady!
It's not one of us! How did he get here?
I don't know, get him below!
This isn't right, Captain. Where's his ship?
I don't know, I'm going below! Keep us pointing north! Were you alone up there? Can I get you anything?
Nothing.
You speak English.
I am Swiss by birth. Why are you...
Captain Robert Walton, we're an exploratory vessel out of Portsmouth, trying to reach the North Pacific through the polar seas. We did not anticipate plucking Swiss out of the North Atlantic.
I did not expect to encounter another human creature in this god-forsaken wilderness.
Who are you?
My name is Frankenstein. Dr. Victor Frankenstein.
God, man, what brings you to this icy hell?
Arrogance.
What happened to your ship?
I have no ship. I was separated from my dogs when the sea tore the ice apart. My raft was diminishing in the storm. I'm grateful you spotted me.
Well, I'll put into port.
How far north do you sail?
As far as the ice allows.
Convenient, I will make my departure there.
Why? What compels you? What's out there?
An incomplete experiment, a life force that must be extinguished.
Do you seek the wondrous power that draws the needle?
I seek nothing. Not the power that draws the needle or pulls the tides. Invisible forces should remain invisible. Have you seen anything? Have you seen any creature this far?
Wait, 2 days ago on the distant shore, we spied a man driving a team of dogs. Local native, I assume.
I am on the right course. I must continue with all possible speed.
You'll not continue at all if the storm gets any worse.
Beg pardon, Captain.
What is it?
The storm does not show any signs of letting up. The sails are in tatters, we're bursting at the seams, and the men, sir, they feel...
Tell the men we made promises, commitments.
Yes, sir. I know, sir. But the men, sir. Sir, the men want to go home.
Please, Captain, you must help me.
That will be all. You haven't explained what brought you here, or what you're after. If I'm going to put down a mutiny, I ought to know what it's about.
I fear I will encounter your disbelief.
Sailors are a superstitious lot, Doctor, but I pride myself on being a man of some learning.
Oh dear, an intellectual. Then you, of all people, must hear my story. At once. I too am a man of some learning. As a boy, I pursued the acquisition of knowledge like a frenzied demon, to the joy of my teachers and the derision of my schoolmates. My mother and father were devoted to me, and instilled within me a belief that man has no limits, or at least that I didn't, and that knowledge is the key that unlocks the secrets of the universe. My mother died giving birth to my younger sister. The others, well, their time came far too soon. It was only 4 years ago.
Victor, we could have gone to the theater if all you wanted to do was watch.
I know, Father. I'm sorry. It's a wonderful party.
And have you decided what kind?
How do you mean?
Are we wishing you bon voyage or welcome home?
I need to go, Father, if I'm to pursue my work.
Excellent.
But something inside tells me to stay.
Victor.
You want me to stay?
Oh, Victor, don't start this again. My feelings are my feelings. You must plot your own course. I would never stand in your way.
Or you want me to go?
I want you to decide. I will support whatever choice you make. Go with your feelings.
Excuse me. Yes, if you could all indulge me for one moment. I'd like to propose a toast to our hostess here, Elizabeth. Brilliant, witty, charming, beautiful, an excellent writer. And is now engaged to Victor, of all people, who doesn't read.
There's young Clerval going with his feelings. Take action, Victor. Your fiancé is being swept away before your very eyes.
Henry is not stealing Elizabeth from me.
Oh, I know. I'm a little worried about Henry.
Everyone seems to be having fun.
Oh, it's all pretense because I'm a baron. Stand here in the corner and brood. It's a refreshing change.
What's the point in having a fiancé if you won't dance?
I was saying much the same thing. Now, if you two will excuse me, I believe I see a countess that needs some polishing.
Victor, have you tried talking to the ladies here? Chatter everywhere. Not a thought for them.
That's not true.
Victor, let's leave now. I'm so anxious to get to the university I can taste it. To study the poets, to have an actual conversation with someone who knows
I haven't
what
yet
I'm
decided to go.
Elizabeth! Come dance with me, Elizabeth. Justine's too tired. No, Willa, you've broken Justine, and you'll break me too. We will miss you, Herr Frankenstein.
Thank you, Justine. I'll miss you too. You're like a member of the family.
Thank you, sir.
Take care of my younger sister.
Like she was my own.
And my father. He's not as young as he thinks he is.
Oh, I will, sir.
Does this mean we're going?
Children, I must leave you. I must escort this dear lady home. Her man seems to have driven off.
Good, we'll ride with you.
I think not, Willa. Justine will see you to bed. Oh, and Victor, don't retire early. You and I will share a final brandy before your grand departure. I have something that I want to give you. Now, Countess, tell me again why your husband abandoned you.
It's terrible. Walk with me, Victor. Excuse us, Henry.
Beware, we that are true lovers run into strange papers.
We'll watch our step. Will the moon look the same from Ingolstadt? What?
I look at the moon and think of how far away it is, of distances and formulas. Henry would think of something infallibly romantic and endearing to say. I cannot.
Oh, spur not by the moon, the inconstant moon.
Exactly. I think of Galileo, you think of Shakespeare.
At least you knew it was Shakespeare. Victor, what's the matter?
Remember when we were children? Mother first presented you to me. I thought you were mine, like a keepsake or my first silk handkerchief. Something to protect and cherish. And now I abandon you.
Thank you, Victor. I'm both honored and insulted that you reduced me to your possession. I'm not a suit of clothes you need to hang in your wardrobe before you leave.
You think I should go?
Of course you should go. The university in Ingolstadt is one of the finest medical facilities in Europe. You'll have opportunities that you can't get anywhere in the world.
But what about you?
I'll remain in Geneva. I'll continue to write, trying to convince publishers that the work of a woman poet has value. Don't worry about me, about us. We'll be apart, Victor, but like the moon in the heavens, I will always be with you.
You see, I wish I had said that.
Why do you hesitate?
So much I don't know. I can describe and quantify physical laws, define heat and energy, and yet there's something else out there, something more than laws and theorems and equations. I just don't know what it is.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, but what if it's here? What's going on?
Herr Frankenstein, your father! There's been an accident!
What sort of accident?
Your
Where?
father's carriage! Just go to him! Go!
There! Help us get him inside!
Father! What was he doing?
He took the turn into the drive too quickly and the carriage went over.
extensive cranial damage.
What are you going to do?
Make him comfortable.
Can you make him better?
Don't see how. His head is completely crushed.
He's still breathing.
The brainstem is still intact.
Thank God.
Thank God. The rest of his brain is destroyed. Only the small part that keeps the body functioning survived.
But that's a miracle, isn't it?
It's a curse. The body will keep functioning like a driverless carriage, but my father is gone.
Victor, that's not true.
I don't know how to explain.
Victor, what's going... Father!
Justine, take her away, please.
Victor! Wait, what happened? Father! Victor, you can't keep Willa from this. She has to
She
know.
doesn't have to see father like this.
Surely there's still some hope, isn't there? I mean, look, he's breathing. He's alive.
He's not alive. What you see here is a machine. That's all.
Yes, but he's breathing. If it's just a machine, what makes it go?
I don't know. There are many things that science... The body functions, yes, but... This is not my father. My father was a warm, laughing, loving man. He was not this.
But his son is a doctor who can heal the sick.
I can heal the sick. I cannot repair the hopelessly damaged.
What will you do?
I can only take away his pain.
You mean... Wait, what do you mean?
Victor, no.
The only way I know to relieve his suffering.
You said he was a machine, Victor. If that's true, he doesn't feel anything. Don't kill him just to relieve your pain.
My pain? His head is completely crushed. For God's sake, Henry, they shot the horse. Can we not extend the same compassion to my father?
He's a human being, Victor, not an animal. He has rights, dignity.
Do you call this dignified? I can keep the body functioning, but I can't restore the brain. I can't restore his intelligence.
God gives life, Victor. Only God can take it.
Don't moralize to me, Henry. I value human life. I've studied all my life to protect it. I'm not God. I'm just a man, and this was my father. I have to do something. Leave me.
What are you going to do?
You don't know. Please. Thank you for the party. You said I could thank you later. What were you going to give me? Why were you hurrying home? Were you going to tell me something? Can you tell me now? Can you even hear me? Father, what do you see from where you are? Give me something, Father. Show me. Where are you? What do you see from where you are? What does the alleyway between life and death look like? Is the journey between the two so short? I have nothing to give you, Father. All I have are questions. There is no pain where you are, I know that. There is no pain. Just rest, please. Rest. Thank you, Father. I know what I must do. What can I give you in exchange for all you've given me? Oh, God.
Dear Victor, I trust that this finds you adjusting to your new surroundings. I know that your decision to leave, along with concentration on your work, will help to erase the pain of our recent tragedy. Justine, Willa, and I continue to live on with our lives, but there is an emptiness here, like a large trunk that the three of us stumble around, pretending that everything is the same. As for me, I need to hear from you at your earliest convenience. I know you grieve, Victor, and I know that, like your sister, you pour your feelings into other activities. I will be able to transform my pain into cathartic but worthless verse. I pray that you will be able to share your pain with me, along with the excitement of your new life. Please write, Victor. Please, please, write to your beloved, Elizabeth.
June 29th. It is you who should have come to Ingolstadt, not your reclusive fiancé. This is a city of wonder and learning, where fights break out over the meter of a section of verse, or whether Goethe really was a better dramatist than Schiller. A place, in short, where the important things matter. And our Victor sees none of it. In the 3 weeks that we have been here, he has confined himself to his classes, the hospital, and his rooms. Knowing him as well as I do, I feel certain he hasn't written you yet. On the way down, his customary reticence became almost sphinx-like. Still waters run deep, saith the proverb. But who would suspect our Victor of depth? Your friend, Henry.
Geneva, July 8th. Dear Victor, it has been a month since your departure, and I have received no words from you. Your silence scares me. There are 2 empty places at our table, and 2 empty places in our hearts. To not hear some word from the one who still lives is worse than mourning the one who died. Write, dearest Victor. 1 line, 1 word.
July 20th, Ingolstadt. Dear Elizabeth, I was shocked to hear that Victor has not written you once since his arrival. Your letter spurs me into action. I will visit him this very afternoon and demand an explanation. Victor?
Henry, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
You didn't hear me knock either.
I'm sorry. Here, please sit down.
On what? So, this is where you have spent the last month?
A great deal of it.
You haven't much space. I told you, we should have taken that house on the north side.
The space here is adequate for my purposes and suits my need for privacy.
Which is actually why I'm here. I've received several letters from Elizabeth and...
Yes, I know, I've been busy.
Victor, that's inexcusable. You have a responsibility.
Don't lecture me about my responsibilities, Henry.
I'm not. It's just... Wait, I am. This tragedy didn't affect you alone, Victor. You needn't endure it alone.
Endure it the only way I know how.
I know, by throwing yourself down the dark well of your work. Which is what, exactly? Victor, what is all this? I mean, you've acquired a few books. You are clearly studying the afflictions of the body. But, judging from this dusty trunk where, you packed your poetries and classics. You're also clearly neglecting the afflictions of the soul.
I've become involved.
Oh, no wonder you haven't written Elizabeth.
Not with a woman. I've been... All this, I've been searching.
For what?
For an end to evil.
You can find that in a book?
I mean that most irreparable evil.
Taxes?
Death, Henry. Death.
Well, the doctor who finds the cure for death will be very successful.
You can laugh if you like, but I've seen more death in the past month than I care to see for the rest of my life.
Yes, sir. Victor, you're the expert here, not me. But isn't death, in many cases, fatal?
Don't mock me, Henry. I too have dreams. I may not be able to express them as articulately as you or Elizabeth, but I too burn with a passion to improve this world. On that horrible night, Elizabeth asked me what makes the machine go, and I didn't know. I don't know. But that's what I'm searching for, the spark of life.
I see.
I've exhausted the known sciences and returned to the ancient texts that everyone now dismisses. Did you know that alchemy, while it was dismissed as centuries for mystical nonsense, forms the basis of modern chemistry?
No.
Did you know that there are societies untouched by modern education or medical equipment that can heal a wound by wrapping it in a loaf of moldy bread?
I've heard that.
Science does not have all the answers, Henry.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, and so on.
Exactly. Science is afraid. In its smug arrogance, it presumes to have all the answers anyone needs and dismisses the unknown as impossible or unimportant. My father's death pointed out my own inadequacies. All the knowledge I possessed was not enough to save him. A greater understanding of what constitutes life might have extended his, ergo I must obtain that greater understanding.
Excellent. So you're turning to the poets.
I'm not searching for rhapsodies, Henry. I mean the practical aspects of generating and sustaining life.
Life. You mean plants, worms, pond life, that sort of thing.
I mean man, a living, breathing, thinking human being that I will create.
Victor, you need to get out more. You've been secluded in this room for too long.
I haven't been in here long enough. I know quite a bit about the concept of galvanisms. I've studied the transfer of fluids, tissue matching, regeneration, and so forth. But now it's time for me to begin my experiments.
Victor, stop it!
What?
I understand that you're upset about your father's death. I appreciate your desire to excel in your work. But what you're talking about is obscene. And I don't know any other way to say it. Blasphemous!
Blasphemous. Even you retreat to a theological platitude when confronted with something you don't understand.
I shouldn't say blasphemous. But there is. I have to believe in a moral order. And scientists tinkering around with the creation and artificial prolonging of life is a violation of that order.
In what way? Are there rules for what a scientist can and cannot study? Or should a doctor only bandage a wound and not study the disease that causes the wound?
I'm not talking about cuts and scrapes, Victor. I'm talking about the very nature of the spark of life, as you called it.
What is it about that spark that you find so forbidding?
It's the stuff of, it's the magical, divine generation.
Exactly. You don't know what it is.
It's what makes the machine go. You don't know what it is either.
I admit that.
God. God creates life. He created us in his image.
And we're a bad likeness. We're allowed to worship him, look like him, but we can't use the brain that he gave us, the brain that separates us from the beasts, because there are things that he would just as soon not have us think about.
You're twisting my words.
I'm trying to understand them. What constitutes life is something so amorphous that neither of us, two educated men, can understand or even define it. And you don't even want me to think about it.
I want you to think about all of it. Imagine the implications if you succeed.
I must succeed. My father's death was unnecessary. I will not stop searching for ways to put off death because someone has drawn an arbitrary boundary past which I am not supposed to go.
Victor, this isolation, it isn't right.
You're right. I should get out more. And I owe Elizabeth a long letter. I'll write her today.
Thank you. That's all I really came here to accomplish.
When did you start smoking?
A couple of weeks ago. A lot of the students smoke them. They're clove.
It seems we have both developed affectations.
How far has your research come?
Still mostly fancy at this point. Just a dream.
I don't deny you your dreams, Victor. Well, I'll be off. And don't forget to write Elizabeth.
I won't. Do stop by anytime. Ingolstadt, July 20th. My dearest Elizabeth, I have no reason to expect your forgiveness, but ask for it anyway. When I threw myself into my work to forget that horrible night, I forgot the one creature who is dearest to me in all the world. It is not original to say that a part of me died along with my father, but he gave me something that night, and so did you. You asked me what makes the machine go, and I spent every waking hour searching for the answer to that most fundamental question. My love to you, warmest regards to Justine, and a fond hello to Willa, from her brother, Victor.
This thing speaks. We'll be so happy. Willa! I'll run down. That's fine, Justine. You needn't run after her every minute. Why don't you take some time off? Do you have someplace you'd like to go?
Me? Where would I go? I know it's a disgrace to my gypsy heritage, but I'd rather stay put.
What happened to your parents?
Dead. Scarlet fever. The Baron, may he rest in peace, was good enough to let my family camp on his estate. When they died, he gave me a place in his household.
The Frankensteins are a generous people.
I only hope I care for Willa as well as I was cared for.
And here she is. Willa, we've received a letter from Victor. Let me see. We were right. He's been so absorbed in his work he hasn't had time to write. Uh-huh. Elizabeth, I found a bridge up in the hills. A bridge? On a hillside?
It's very old. It's over one of the gorges.
Oh, good. Willa, stay away from that. I'm sure it's not safe.
It's safe. I walked on it.
How high is it?
I don't know. I dropped a rock off it and didn't hear it hit bottom.
Oh, good. Willa, I want you to promise me that you will not walk on this bridge anymore.
I don't have to promise anything. My brother is
Victor Frankenstein, so I remember us! Promise me. Promise Justine. Promise us, Willa.
fine. I promise to never have fun anymore.
Thank you. Look, I found something for you.
What is it?
I found it when I was going through your father's things.
Who is it?
That's your mother. The silhouette shows what she looks like.
She's pretty.
She is. You look like her.
I do?
Uh-huh.
Can I keep it?
Of course, but you must be very careful. It's very valuable and would be a shame to lose it.
I'll put it around my neck and never take it off. You should write your brother, Willa.
An excellent idea. What will I say?
Tell him you're too fast for me.
Tell him about the bridge and about all the things you've been doing. And ask him what he's doing. Oh, how I would love to go to Ingolstadt and see what he's working on.
August 1st. I have stumbled upon a combination of chemical elements that amazingly act as a kind of amniotic fluid, bubbling with life-giving enzymes and proteins in much the way I imagine the primordial ooze first nurtured prehistoric life. The arm has been sitting in its solution since yesterday, filling its veins and bathing its pores. Properly lubricated, it is now ready to receive the galvanizing force. Come on! Damn it! Yes! 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 That's a start.
You mean like King Arthur, the knights of the Round Table?
Exactly. The Court of Camelot was the most civilized reign in the history of government.
You could say civilized, Gustav. You should say patronizing.
Patronizing.
The code of chivalry, bravery, honor, that sort of thing. That's all very well. But when it comes to this idea of protection of the weak, The Arthurian concept of noblesse oblige implies an inherent superiority.
It doesn't imply anything that doesn't already exist. It simply acknowledges the fact that the upper class are more capable than the lower.
Oh,
Yes, more capable than the lower. And those more fortunate owe responsibility to others less fortunate.
I disagree.
Where does this lower class outrage come from, Henry? Your father is a wealthy merchant.
And I should take pride in that.
You shouldn't be ashamed of it. And you shouldn't put on this phony air, this betrayal of your class. You owe everything you are to the advantages of your wealthy father.
That's not my fault.
Of course it's not your fault. But I'll tell you what's offensive, Henry. When rich college students agonize over their privileges, don't be a hypocrite. You foul the air for those of us who want to live our lives in honest superiority.
Hey, watch right.
Henry, I'm sorry. No.
Well, you look like you're eating well. Must be an expensive cut of meat.
It was good bumping into you.
Walk with me, Victor. You've been shattered to the core.
In a bit of a hurry just now,
Am
Henry.
I a hypocrite?
Excuse me.
Am I a shallow, overeducated, intellectual prig?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I mean that in a good way. You're an idealistic but noble, opinionated young man who has led a privileged and sheltered life.
I've suffered, Victor. I've had my disappointments.
Exactly. You've had disappointments. You have not, for instance, watched your father die.
No, of course not. I didn't mean to imply.
You believe in a moral order, in ethical absolutes, in a universe of black and white extremes. The world is not that easy to categorize, Henry. You read stories and poems rich in romance and enchantment. You long for adventure as long as it possesses no real danger.
I'm not a coward, Victor.
I didn't say you are, but you really don't have the slightest comprehension of what true bravery is.
And you do? You've been in a war?
Not a war with guns and bloodshed, but I have struggled with questions of mortality and propriety that would shock you. You haven't had to fight against an impulse that dominates your soul, even as it horrifies your brain. You haven't, for instance, in the pursuit of something quite wonderful, been forced to perform acts which you consider diabolical. You haven't dedicated yourself to midnight labors, haunted dissecting rooms, slaughterhouses, or disturbed with profane fingers the tremendous secrets of the human frame. You haven't tortured living animals to discover the limits of endurance, or delved among the shadowy depths of the graves. Yes, I think I have an idea of what true bravery is, Henry. Bravery is measured by a man's willingness to ignore the consequences.
Dear God, Victor. What have you been doing?
I am pursuing knowledge. I am attempting to unlock the secrets of heaven and earth.
I'm increasingly convinced that knowledge is the siren that lures sailors to their doom.
No, Henry. No, the danger is knowledge in degrees. Man must know everything, or he knows nothing.
There's a saying in Ecclesiastes. Knowledge increases...
Excuse me, Henry.
something.
I have work to do.
Tell me, Victor. Tell me.
Not until the experiment is complete. Not until I know everything.
Wait, I thought of... I remembered the saying. He that increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow.
Ingolstadt, September 20th. All initial experiments successful. Isolated limbs animated. Muscles contracted. Dead animals revived. A heart that beat on its own. The next step in the process. A more complex model. I should hurry. There. What should I call you? Something scientific. You don't look Latin. Shut up, Harry. Just get on. After all these months, my knowledge on the day of my father's death was insufficient. I give to you what I was unable to sustain for him. Let there be life! It lives! Oh, Father, it lives! And the larynx works. Hey! The ears work. Can you walk? Come on. Walk. 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 Damn it. Build it off balance. Steady. Steady. What is it? What are you looking at? What do you see? All right. Come this way. Oh dear. Have I created a vegetarian? Is this vanity? Steady.
Victor!
Damn it. He mustn't see you. Lie down. Lie down, you stupid.
You didn't.
Don't move, Henry. Steady. No, it's all right. Just rest. Come on. Rest now. It's all right. Just rest.
What have you done?
Death is no longer fatal, Henry.
This is monstrous. This is monstrous.
This is the answer to all my questions. I have created a new species. I have discovered the ultimate knowledge.
You've got to get rid of
done?
I don't know. But it can't be safe, Victor. You've got to destroy it.
Destroy it? God, no. I want to play with it a while. See what it can do. If I had possessed this knowledge when my father was alive, I could have... What? Father. Come on! Father!
For God's sake, Victor.
I want to test its comprehension. What are you thinking about?
Step away from it, Victor.
Walk! Come on, walk!
Hey!
All right, stop. Now, no. Wash. Toss it to me.
No.
Just do it. See? Now. Very good. Thank you. Ambidextrous.
Victor, these are parlor tricks. A monkey could.
I'm sorry, Henry. You were saying
Nothing.
look how fast it learns.
The people of the island, though they are of monstrous shape, are more gentle than our human generation.
All right. Now. Very good.
Oh, brave new world that has such people in it. He actually learns.
Yes, but does he learn enough? Does he have a context through which he can examine what he's learned?
Of course not. We'll have to teach him.
We?
You don't think I would leave the creature's education to you? We'll start with his literary ancestors. Caliban, Prometheus...
Don't get too involved, Henry. It might not work.
Victor, I admit it freely. I was wrong. You have changed the world. Now, I want to help with the next stage of the experiment. Hey, stop it. We better teach it language. Quickly. What should we start with? Paradise Lost or Tempest?
Books! See books! Hey!
Perhaps we should start with no.
No, not those! Henry, distracted!
Why?
Those chemicals are extremely volatile. If they get anywhere near the lamp, oh, that's the lamp. Give me the lamp. No! No! It's all right. Rest. Rest now. Just rest. It's all right. You can keep them. Rest. Rest.
What's the matter?
You see how uncontrollable it is?
He's scared, Victor.
It's as strong as a horse. How can I discipline it?
He's a baby. You can train him. Or break him like a horse?
No, I can't. I don't know how.
I'll help you.
No. It's too... I shouldn't have. I did something wrong. You were right. I didn't think this through.
What are you going to do?
I'll just have to disassemble it and start again.
Would thou thyself abolish thy creation and unmake what thou hast made?
What?
Milton, you illiterate clod!
I made a mistake. I need to correct it.
So you're going to abandon him? Like Prospero abandoned Caliban?
Henry, I do not have the time or interest to get into a debate about books.
He understands you.
No, it doesn't. It's just making noises.
Victor, you can't do this! I won't let you!
Henry, if you interfere, I will kill you next.
You're not serious!
I'm desperately serious. Please, Henry, this was a mistake. Let me erase it before something happens.
You're scared.
Terrified. Can you understand me? I'm sorry. You will rest now. Rest forever. It's all right. Just rest. Rest. Stop it! You're spilling. No. No. Just rest, please. Get down. Be careful, Henry. Come back!
Oh my God!
Come on, Henry!
Victor!
Oh, drinks?
You miserable beggar! Put on some clothes and walk out!
Get away from me! Books, it's got books. Hey, no! You idiot bastard! How dare you! You get out of here! What was it? Where did it go? Please help.
Anticipation, no doubt.
Well, it better not come back. It was running towards the edge of town, I should think.
We've got to bring it back, Henry.
We've got to get help. You and I cannot subdue him on our own.
We need to lure it back, regain its trust.
Soothe him. Convince him. You mean him. No harm.
We can't let it be seen. Come on.
my friend, I didn't understand. Who are you? Oh, tired are you? On a long journey? No matter. You probably don't want to answer a lot of questions. I come in. Come in. Right here. Oh my, you're a big one, aren't you? What happened to your clothes? Where are you from? Are you deaf? You know that makes us quite a pair. Come over here and sit. Right here. Very good. All right. Oh, all right. Isn't that better? Oh, what are these? Books? Oh, you have books. Oh, my old friends. I don't miss people. I don't miss lakes or mountains or sunsets. Oh, but I miss books. You can hear. Oh, you're just a little slow, is that it? That's okay. Can you read these books? Read. Can you read these books? Yes? Yes?
No.
Oh, well, now I'm tired. You can't read these books?
No. Books.
Oh, poor boy. Oh, I'd rather be blind than to see the pages and not know what they mean. Oh, poor child. Let's get you something to eat. All right, let's see here. Yes, that's right. They don't work. The good Lord didn't make them to last as long as the rest of me. Oh, you're very well made, though. There's great strength in this brow, this jaw. You know some words, though, don't you? Say something. Say something.
Father.
Father. Well, you're blinder than I am. Eat your breakfast.
Eat.
Oh, break. Fest.
Just.
Breakfast.
Just.
Yes, that's right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Spoon.
Spoon.
Yes, that's right. Let's see now. Oh, here we go. Bowl.
Ball.
Good. Table.
Chair.
Bowl.
Bowl.
No. Bowl.
Ball.
Table.
Table.
Yes.
books.
Oh, yes, that's right, books. Oh, these words, a breakfast, spoon, table, they're in these books. Words. Books. Language.
Language.
Oh, no, you're very fast. No languishing for you.
Henry, have you heard anything?
Victor, there's been no sign of him in over a month. He's gone.
Yes, but where? Is it hiding in a tenement? Has it left the city? Has it left the country?
If you were in Ingolstadt, we would have heard something. There's been no word in the papers.
Where could it have gone?
I'm sure he's hiding in the woods, where it's safe.
There's no way of telling what it's feeling, what it's thinking. It could be plotting revenge.
Victor, he was scared and hurt. I'm sure he's not. What?
All my books still have my Geneva address in them.
You should change that.
You don't understand. Paradise Lost and The Tempest have my home address in Geneva written clearly inside.
So?
Willa and Elizabeth are there, and it knows how to find them.
Victor, that's paranoid. He can't read, can they?
You saw how fast it learns. I hope not.
Mine is a place of its own. It can make a heaven heaven.
John Milton on the double-edged sword of self-determination and self-delusion. Oh, it's such a delight to hear this again. You learn so quickly. Read more. Read some of Tempest.
Victor Frankenstein Geneva.
Who's that? Is that you?
Frankenstein.
That's you! You, Frankenstein!
Me? Frankenstein. Frankenstein!
Hello. What's your name? Do you live around here? Are you a gypsy? Justine's a gypsy. She used to live way down in that field until her parents died. My parents are dead too. Are your parents dead? Can you talk? My name's Willa. What's yours? Do you have a name? Isn't she? Elizabeth says I look like her. No, I'm not supposed to take it off. It's very valuable. All right. But don't drop it. It's nice, isn't it? Hey, where are you going? Give it back. It's mine. If you don't give it back, I'll go tell my brother. His name is Victor Frankenstein, and he'll make you... That's better. You can look at it if you want, but it's mine. I won't tell any... Hey! Let go of me! Let go!
Rest, Frankenstein!